Welcome to LD's Nerd Corner, where we cover every corner of entertainment, gaming, and media. I am Landin Doucet. Today, VGAs just came out, which is also known as the Video Game Awards. So it's debate time, but not for sports. With the VGAs coming out, there's so many great options that you can pick from Game of the Year, Best Multiplayer, and a lot of other categories. So, I got my buddy from LUTV News, Travis Reed, to debate about it. So let's talk about it. Now, let's just rip the Band-Aid off here. We got Game of the Year. There's big contenders like Clair Obscur Expedition 33, made by Landfall. There's also Death Stranding 2 On the Beach by Kojima Productions. There's also Donkey Kong Bonanza by Nintendo, Hades 2 by Supergiant Games, Silk Song by Team Cherry, and then Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 by Deep Silver. What is your opinions on those big contenders?
Landon, I don't think there is competition here. Unfortunately, I think they're all just going to be washed out by the overwhelming fans of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. The game is phenomenal, especially for an indie game of that size. It's created such a big community that there's really no competition, unfortunately.
I mean, I would have to agree with you on that because Clair Obscur had such a grip on just the gaming world in general for almost 5 to 6 months of the year. But then you also had like Death Stranding 2 when that came out, that was big. Bonanza wasn't as big, but it was amazing. It was absolutely a great game, great family game. Basically the next Odyssey, if you will. Hades 2, I didn't really hear much about that, but I'm a big fan of those games. Love the roguelikes. Silk Song broke every single gaming web store known to man.
That
Xbox,
one was actually amazing.
Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, the Switch store, we're all down. And Steam. Then there's also Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. The first one wasn't as good. It came out and we were all like, this game could be something, but it didn't hit hard. But then 2 came out and everyone's like, this just changed a lot from the first game.
If I had to put it solely based on which game had the most relevance or biggest moments for the year, it would probably go to Silk Song, actually. Like you said earlier, they managed to crash every gaming store, online gaming store.
Yeah.
And even past that, they still managed to pop up with more fans over and over to this month. That said,
it's just like
Clair Obscur.
Clair Obscur has just been there. There's been no signage of it going away. It has the most in that record for highest nominees in Game Awards history in multiple categories.
I guess if we had to leave Clair Obscur out of the way, my second pick would probably, even though I did play Silk Song earlier, my second would have to be Death Stranding 2. It's a very niche game. Like the first game, niche on its own.
Oh yeah.
But
it was only made by 3 people, mind you, and it was still a huge hit. It was amazing.
And the second game comes and brings more of what was already good, expands on it, and then adds a little more action, a little more passion from the creators with amazing art style and lighting and effects in general in the game.
Mm-hmm. I can't agree with you more on Silk Song. Silk Song is a beautiful game. Hollow Knight, the first one, was so great that everyone was just questioning for years, where is Silk Song? Where is Silk Song? And we kept getting teases throughout this year alone of when the Switch 2 was announced, Silk Song was there. It was Summer Games Fest, Silk Song was there, and everyone was just questioning, when is it coming out? And when it came out, it crashed everything.
No, I was talking about Death Stranding 2.
Fair enough. Death Stranding 2, Kojima Productions, brilliant minds. We love Kojima. It's some of the craziest stuff you see in any of his games. It was just mind-boggling with some of the stuff you would see in that game.
Yeah, but I do have to agree, yes. Silk Song has a chance.
I do agree with Death Stranding 2 as well. Let's move on to our next category, Best Multiplayer. You got Arc Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring Night Reign, Peak, and also Split Fiction.
I do have to let the audience know, Peak is an actual game. It's not just the word peak.
Peak is about you climbing up mountains with friends, up to four your friends, or more if you mod it, but we all know how Steam modding works. Then there's also Arc Raiders, which just came out like 2 weeks ago, and it's been huge with the extraction shooter gameplay.
I'd say my top two for this one. I'm riding the train with Shroud. Arc Raiders definitely is gonna take multiplayer. I also believe Arc Raiders should have been in the potential contenders because it has created this social experiment where players have to really decide whether or not they want to fight the random world robot enemies or kill their fellow man, or just join together and fight the robots together to get the best loot.
I agree with you on that. There's also Elden Ring Night Reign. That obviously it didn't do as well as it should have, but it was still a great game. Then there's also Split Fiction. Split Fiction is one of those games where same company that made A Way Out and It Takes Two, great stories, both of those together. And in this game, just took it to another level with its variety of different worlds that they made in that game alone and stuff.
But my second pick would definitely have to be Split Fiction. People have, certain groups online have been asking for that couch co-op. We were in a pandemic and we didn't have games where we could just sit down with the family members in our own home and just play together. Granted, Split Fiction came out at the beginning of this year, but it's still continuing that trend of coming together with your best friend or your partner or your family members and playing together and experiencing something together.
And then we gotta give the honorable mentions because obviously Clair Obscur has just taken over this thing. We got games like Ghost of Yotei, Kingdom Come, Silk Song, and Death Stranding 2. And then also for Best Indie, Clair Obscur's there because it's an indie game, but I don't want it to win. I want Dispatch by Adult Studio to win because that had just taken the world by storm in these last few weeks that has been out, and it's just amazing. It had some of the best story I've seen this year. The gameplay for the actual dispatching ain't that good, but just the storytelling and all that was beautiful.
In the same category as this game called Despelote, a sort of soccer-based game, but from a child's perspective. I like the storytelling in it. I just wish it had a bigger chance against certain games like Clair Obscur.
Well, that's all I would say. I would agree with you on that, but sadly, that's all the time we have today. Thank you, Travis, for joining me. That's it for Millie's Nerd Corner, where we cover every corner of entertainment, gaming, and media. I am Landin Doucet. If you'd like to see more content or have suggestions on what I could do next, be sure to check out LD's Media Corner on Instagram and Facebook. And to see more content from LUTV News, follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram.